everything you need to know about JBL Bar 9.1. Hello everyone, I am Tanmay Mehta, your electronic consultant at Touchwood Automations, and today we are going to discover the pros and cons of JBL Bar 9.1 and whether you really need this particular system in your room. Now JBL entered a little late in the Dolby Atmos soundbar segment, but they surely came in with much more to offer. Now before we test the JBL soundbar and we do the unboxing and the review video, we thought of sharing some details to all of you who are planning to buy this particular soundbar. Dolby Atmos soundbars have been around the market since a very long time, with Yamaha introducing their first flagship Atmos soundbar, which is YSP 5600. Now this soundbar was a little bulky model, but it surely created the simulated 3D surround sound that we all need, and this happened due to their 46 speakers packed in one single cabinet. One of the drawback obviously of this bar was it did not come with a woofer, and that's where people had to actually buy an additional woofer to ensure that they get the additional bass that is required to give you that punch in that particular movie experience. Now this product has tested the heat ever since then and yet has stood tall amongst all the other competitors. Who are the other competitors? Now Sony also has two models in the Dolby Atmos segment. The first one is Sony HT ZF9 and the second one is Sony HT ST5000. Now these two soundbars are very sleek and are available with a woofer. Now they too promise to deliver a 7.1.2 channel Dolby Atmos sound. Now this dominating soundbar industry witnessed a new debutant last year. A very popular German audiophile company, Sennheiser, entered into this segment. Now primarily a headphone and a microphone company, Sennheiser ventured into this segment for the first time, and they did so with their first flagship model, which is the Ambeo Atmos soundbar. Now all these products who ventured into Atmos sound but played on the same old virtual surround technology, and they had all the channels compact in one particular cabinet, and they gave various directions or orientations to the speakers inside so that they can complete the required 3D surround sound experience. Now all these soundbars are also priced at about 1 lakh rupees Indian price, which means that they were not very cheap to come in particular box pack, but yet they did deliver that kind of effect which is required for a Dolby surround sound. Now why has JBL become such a popular household name in this particular Atmos segment as well? Now JBL Bar 9.1 swept in with their signature detachable surround sound technology, and it became a great hit with their debut product, which was the Bar 5.1, which we have covered in one of our videos. And learning from the same technology and features, JBL introduced Bar 9.1 in this particular year. Now this particular soundbar again has the detachable sounds. Now how does this really work? If yes, what should be the ideal room size for a JBL Bar 9.1? How should you plan your JBL Bar 9.1 placement? And what are the features of JBL Bar 9.1? If you have more such questions, drop them in the comments below, and while we answer some of your questions now. So JBL Bar 9.1 is an 820 watt system including the bass unit. Now the woofer is very much similar to the predecessor, which is the Bar 5.1. Some of the main additional features that you will see in Bar 9.1 are obviously the first being the Dolby Atmos sound. Now they have done 5.1.4 channel sound, which is very similar to a proper installed cinema sound. Why? Because of their detachable surround speakers obviously, and they also call it as 9.1 sound. Now this is one of the differentiation factor between the traditional old Atmos soundbars, which are more of 7.1.2 channel, versus JBL, which is actually delivering a 5.1.4 channel Dolby Atmos sound. Now the second feature that they have added in this particular bar is the AirPlay 2 support. Yes, not just AirPlay, but they have got the new version, which is the AirPlay 2 support, and it also gives a good playback for Android phones. That is, they also have Chromecast built in this particular soundbar for their audio playback. Now the third feature is the HDMI HDCP 2.3 version compared to the HDMI HDCP 2.2 version in their previous model. The fourth feature is the USB audio playback, which they have again added in this particular model. And the fifth feature is the Dolby Vision support. Now I know many of you connect their soundbars directly to the TV or connect their inputs directly to the TV and take only the audio out. So that's where the 4K or the Dolby Vision may not play that much of an important role. But this soundbar, if at all you're planning to put in your inputs to the soundbar, this particular soundbar has that capacity to produce a Dolby Vision image as well on the screen. Now this is a very interesting soundbar as compared to all the other Atmos soundbars. The front, left, center and the right channels are packed in one Atmos firing speakers which are sitting on top of the main cabinet. Now the surrounds, as I said, are detachable, so when you detach them and keep it in your sides or on the rears, they obviously play the part of your surround sound, but they also have speakers sitting on top of it which are giving you yet another 2-channel Atmos firing sound. Now in terms of placement, the JBL Bar 5.1 pretty much had a flexible placement. Like you could sit at a distance of 20 feet, just put in the rears next to you and enjoy a 5.1 surround sound. But with Bar 9.1, do you really enjoy the 5.1.4 channel at a distance of 20 feet? Well, it does not. Now, as better the Bar 9.1 upgrade looks like, it has certain limitations. So as I said, the only way in which you can enjoy the best output from this particular soundbar is when you're sitting at a distance of not more than 12 to 15 feet from your TV, and when the ceiling height is lesser than 9 to 10 feet, because that is where the reflections will actually be heard properly. And also if you're sitting at a less distance like 10 as I said 12 to 15 feet, then the front firing, the front Atmos firing will also be audible very much properly. So if your room size or viewing distance falls under this particular range, then this soundbar can be one of your best investments for enjoying the ultimate 3D surround sound experience. But wait, there's more that you need to know. JBL Bar 5.1 had 3 HDMI inputs and the Bar 9.1 has only 1 HDMI input. Now for many reasons, the HDMI quantity has been reduced as most of the bar users connect all their inputs directly to the TV, and they have either one optical or an HDMI cable which comes down to the soundbar, which they use it in an ARC mode. Now for this reason, Bar 9.1 has reduced the HDMI input terminals for more compact back panel, and you have to get done with your work with only one HDMI input. Now at a steel price of rupees 89,000 MRP, this JBL Bar 9.1 is surely going to dominate this Atmos soundbar segment in the year 2020. If you have found this information valuable, then do hit the like button and do not forget to share this video with your friends or colleagues who are looking to bring home a 3D surround sound experience at a very pocket friendly price. Thank you and see you in my next video, wherein we are going to talk about how soundbars or the installed sound systems really make a big difference and what should you ideally go for. Till then, I Tanmay Mehta take your permission and see you all in my next video. Thank you.